It's Melinda. Honestly speaking, I've not even doing much of my documentation process. This is due to the birth of, I'm actually a Muslim, so we have these Eid celebrations. This celebration in Muslims house. Call it big. Let me just use house for it, my house big. I'll probably just, but yeah, that's not something that will keep me away from working. I was that I wanted to seriously work, but at this point that I am, I just broke. Once you just see, I was like the brokenness down level. I was like very broke this week. I was not having money to even buy guitar. I bought data, but due to this whole app update that automatically well, when my phone is like that, actually, sometimes it doesn't say to recover money and it's running some, it's running app update. So it's, that's what I've been making me to end of it. Apart from those, what I'm basically doing now is I actually mentioned I was learning React. So what I was basically doing was I was doing something very simple, which is I was looking at how I can blame and also be building. So I think around earlier last year, there's this friend of mine, honestly speaking, I never knew him. I don't think that I've never seen him like face to face. He's actually from Port Harcourt. So he has this class, he's taking us this specific class picking a specific class on, we started picking a specific class on HTML. I don't think he went to course class, he just grouped us into group, and after doing that, he then gave us tasks to work on. So then I think I was really very active in my group. The remaining girls, that's why sometimes I don't like working with girls at all. So the guy that was in the group, then he was in the back end. The guy was able to finish up everything. Why? For the lady that was with in the same group, he was calling and then not picking my call and the whole stuff. And then I would say I actually started coding really then. I think that was one of my early, that was one of the early time I was putting much interest in coding. So I like chat them up, hey, what's up? Then this stuff we are doing, this can you, let me see what you have done. Okay, you actually have this. But then unfortunately for me, I was the one that was doing the full talking and the whole stuff. So it was not as funny as it was very difficult. So we then stopped, all of a sudden I think during the before my break, that was before I write my first semester exam. If you posted something to do that you want the community to be active, you mean active people. So the guy is kind of I think I'll say he has thriving. He's currently being started with his friend. It's called Ziba. Like Ziba started as a token that launched on BMB and now they have Ziba School. I think they have incubator bags. They have at least 4 different products they have built. And honestly speaking, I'm kind of jealous into it because that's the kind of like I want to see myself. I want to see myself in cycle that we don't just we should grow together, we should see how we assist one another. Because I think from what I'm even seeing, like from how the guy communicated with me, was saying about this, so we're actually friends from the polytechnic and imagine friends from polytechnic and now looking at what that should they do. So I think from there I still continue my journey. So currently now he's doing something which is I always started learning React when I came back home. So I know it's a bit of JavaScript. I still do HTML, CSS, so I was like, I won't keep it to myself. But he created a group where he would train us for 3 months, and I played it work out because I'm putting in the, I think from just joining the group alone, from him, immediately he just did everything. He was like, I'm going to pick people that will coordinate the group. And I was one of the person, I think I'm the executive for the group. I control the group, I control it because he's kind of busy since he's been so startup. We're trying to train us for free and look at us. So one thing I tend to understand is, AI is here with to stay. So no matter what we do, it depends only how you can actually drive this era of AI. Depends on the perspective you're using for AI. If you're looking at AI as something that will assist your job and you want to do everything yourself, fine. If you're looking at AI as something that, okay, since you're not faster, why don't I become faster? I'm looking at AI as something that can assist you, or it just depends on your perspective. So I don't think most times I tell people like the perspective about what AI. But someone like me, most of the time, I actually prefer to use, I think most of the time before I use AI to learn, I mostly used to first use go on YouTube, watch a course, and then come back to the AI and see how it helps me a lot because I tend to think fast, I tend to build more stuff. So you're currently doing something in the group, and which is I think it's JavaScript, I think JavaScript, so he's just explaining, and now we're already in React here, so I haven't really been following due to the whole job. So even now, as I'm sitting right now, I'm very, very tired. I'm very, 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 very tired. But then I just have to keep pushing. Another thing again is for my own personal self, I am learning React, and I started some cool stuff. I started building a project. I think I called it Dr. Agodoc. So it was the whole idea of the project. So started for me joining the Google developers, Google developers, like build AI. I think they held the Africa, they held it like for this time around. So though the main location was Lagos, so while I was on the VentureCon, they drop a PDF, they drop a Google document, you check it out, think of a project to build using Google AI Studio. I think they gave people the what they call it stuff. These are Google credits, you know Google credits. This Google console. We were able to get like, I think this is one day subscription I give people that are interested to build. So I joined it and I was like, okay, I know I can't compete in this competition. I know like I don't believe in myself. I don't believe in myself, but guys, they are senior developers. Like these are full stack developers. Imagine you are competing with some of the staff that are working money points. So I was like, good luck, but still yet I won't waste my time. I just went to the document out there, I got an idea and started building a project. That was what actually took me down the path of then React and all of that stuff because I think this business students I'm kind of interested more in marketing. Now when money the process for dinner and I think I have this too. So yeah, I'll stop here to compare the video. I'm a 200 student at Capital Economics. So we are being doing a task in Speakers Club, which is for you to pick a topic and say what's like just it's just like a random to pick a random topic and then you give out your idea on what you think about that topic. So I think I was reading the book Talk Like That. So while I was reading the book, Talk Like That are nice great public speakers. Great public speakers like Dr. Jill, great public speakers like Steve Jobs, like Bill Gates, like Larry Page and the rest. So while I was reading the book, I think I got to the point. I could not actually remember her name, but the lady's name is Susan. So she mentioned something. She asked a question. So after she asked the question, it was more of like she was trying to keep everybody in the room. She was trying to keep them active and rest. So what she asked was, "Are talkative? Do talkative actually have the greatest idea?" And I actually sat down and I just remember something. So it was like normal school. That was back in secondary school. So we're sitting inside the class, we're in class, random, Agri teacher. So then we are in secondary school. You are always teachers that you want to joke with them, even no matter how serious that teachers are. But the fact that they don't shout or they don't punish them in class, they are fond of like joking with teachers. Like even if teachers are coming to class, sometimes you don't even care. That's not that we know rights, but no, we might go as discipline. So despite all the discipline, we have this Agri teacher. That's actually kind of an old man. We even gave him the name Mr. Populism. So we were inside the class and he came inside the class and unexpectedly he just went to the board and he said, "Here, a sheet of paper." Like, here, a sheet of paper. Because we're not joining test week. So we finished writing tests last week, of which we wrote your test. Like everybody was like bringing his objective. I was like, I said, tear a sheet of paper, and we're like, geez, this man is serious. So we tore a sheet of paper and he wrote questions, but I cannot actually remember the question written on the board. But then he was like, after writing the question, he was like, there's an open test. You can use your phone because then I have classmates that brings phone to school. They said you can use your phone, you can use dictionary, you can use textbook, you can go and borrow a teacher's phone, you can borrow anything you have. The test is just open test. Well, as students, everybody was looking for how I can pass the test. So we off to go, went and looked for textbook from our fellow junior classes. We then was junior secondary school. Went to just 3, just 2, just 1. Did not get it. So most were like my textbooks at home, I left at home, went to SS classes, we borrowed textbooks. Someone even left school and went home to go and get the textbook. Some of us that have teachers are like we are like lesson teachers. Like for me, I have a lesson teacher then so I went and like, please can I get your phone? We collected everything we want to collect. So when we came back, we all sat down, we searched, and the answer was not there. So I was not like telling my friend that because he's my I was not telling my friends things was like I think this thing is something we can actually use our head to answer. Why not we try and use our head to answer it instead of since we have been searching this textbook, we search the phone and according to him he say 3 lines. So I think I'll just write what I know. Because I'm the kind of person that whenever I'm in class, I tend to be like, let me give it a try. So I now decided to give it a try. I wrote when you say you write something, from what you write, you have confidence that guy I'm going to pass this stuff. I had the idea, yes, and I know myself I'm a talkative. So I was like, wow, I had the idea, I wrote down everything I want to write. But what my friend did is very, very crazy. He just picked my paper. He told me, once you're done, let me see your paper. So I said, okay, yeah, it's fine. I don't think he can even copy everything. So he collected my paper, he went through it, and he picked his pen and wrote 3 lines. Like, 3 lines. We were waiting for the test result to be out, and he gave his test paper. I saw pen over 10. But like, this test, almost everybody's getting 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. What's happening? Let me wait for my own answer. When he gave me my own, I saw 6 over 10. I'm like, sir, I don't get, but actually, Smart actually picked my paper and read my paper before he wrote something down. And he was like, you had the idea, but he was able to get points from your own idea. So one thing I get to understand is these are like I'm narrating this story because I'm trying to bring in 2 different things. So look at me as the introvert person, look at me as the talkative kind of person. I had the idea, but what was the problem? I was not able to refine my idea. The idea was there, but it was just plain, like like the bucket can be green, the bucket can be green. I don't really specify, I don't really do okay, this is the name. That's why I think I tend to understand something that sometimes you see introverts, why whenever I'm sharing my idea, I'm just the kind of person that before I share my idea to a fellow talkative like me, I prefer to look for someone that I know is kind of quiet. Because once you meet those kind of people, let me call them introverts. So when you meet those kind of people, what they do is they go through what to write and they pick the key points, they analyze it as they are speaking, they analyze it and they tend to tell you that this is right, this is not right. So I think talkative have the idea because anything that comes to your head comes out from your mouth. But the best people that you can meet to analyze your idea are the introvert. So if you are talkative and you have an introverted friend, just you have any idea, just walk into your introverted friend, tell him this is what I think, and he will tell you do it like this. But if you meet your fellow talkative, I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you very much.